Okay, I should be live. Welcome, welcome. Also, sorry if there's some stuff that's like not really like there. It's the fact that oh, hold on. Let me get my pop out chat. I'm gonna need to make sure I get that. Okay, so yeah, no, we're gonna be doing some fun stuff today. Internet adjacent. He uploaded a video, and oh my god. Also, welcome to the stream, Grumpy. Hi, please, owner. Dude, no. Stop. But yeah, no, he literally uploaded this masterpiece right here. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch this. Also, let me really quickly. I'm gonna fix my microphone because I don't want it to pick it up. So let's get started. We're gonna be going over just this, and then we're gonna be going over another thing. Cause oh my god, this is gonna get bad. You were minute late to the stream. I don't care, bro. What? Also, my camera is not focusing. That's great. Let's get started.
Uh, this is a very different video than usual. So yeah, obviously this has been a fun past few days for me. If you aren't aware, then I currently have been facing a situation that absolutely exploded. Since everything, at least of mine, has been full blasted on the internet, then I kind of guess shame has gone out of the window, and right now my only concern is to address every single thing I found recently in order to just like get the situation done and over with. This is the one and only time I'll be talking about this. After this video, I will be moving on and uploading like normal. Jerry is going to get another video or two, but after that, I
Hold on, I just realized it's still echoing, bro. Oh my god, bro. Hold on.
will be coming back as the host. Recently, the creator Parlo, who I used to be really good friends with, and as I'm sure a lot of people know now, a little bit more, has come out with a document on me, and I made a document.
Welcome to the stream. Cena Score Kid Paul was my favorite YouTuber when I was younger because I didn't understand. Ooh, yeah, I don't really see how he could be your favorite. I'm gonna be honest.
On him. It's also been probably aware by now that both of us have taken our documents down, which I'll get into later, but I have come here to both debunk everything in this situation that is blatant lies and actually take accountability for where I have made genuine errors. While I could just sit here and say that I am completely innocent of every single thing and I'm just a perfect angel, obviously that's not true. And I'll own up when needed because while the mistakes I actually did make aren't like career destroying, it is still definitely something I'm going to have to own up to and just fully admit I did wrong. In regards to the serious allegations, then short answer is no. I haven't really done anything like what people are trying to say I have. But in
What's that though? Specifically, like he's not mentioning. Also, let me really quickly put some theater mode. Be way better for the stream.
terms of a lot of the other things, there are mistakes I have genuinely made throughout the situation that I'm going to address here. I will be returning to content as normal, but I feel like this video is necessary to move forward. A lot of people have been asking me for this video for a while, and I've been saying the whole time, just be a little patient. I don't want to rush anything like this because this determines what I do going forward. So there's a lot for us to cover, but I figured we would just start with all the serious allegations and go from there. There's going to be timestamps, so if there's a specific section you want to look at, then you can just go and find which section you want to watch. In regards to the Anthrocon furry convention thing, I'll be talking about that in full at the end of this video. Like he was coerced into having sex with me. That he felt like he had to say yes to me out of fear of what would happen if I said no. That he never felt like he was in a position to say no. We're going to go into specific instances that were brought up, but the main thing to highlight is how Parlo behaved during the situation. Parlo said in his original doc, as well
Yeah,
as
he behaved horribly during this. Oh my god. So he literally, Internet Jason, I show it in my video on my channel. He literally even says in the satisfying end of Parlo to literally just shut up. He can never shut up. He makes it worse for him. He does.
on live streams that he actually has a problem saying no, and that oftentimes, even if he wasn't wanting to do something, he'll still do it just to please the other person. He goes on to say that he tried to use his body language in order to let me down instead of just telling me no. This is why if you look at the DMs, he is constantly going along with.
Also, I just realized, hold on, I'm not capturing my mouse. Oh my god. Just, wow. Okay.
Everything and saying he's
Grumpy underscore white, Grumpy YT. Honestly, I knew Parlo was a bad dude. How about a couple of weeks ago shocked me on the stuff he did?
totally fine with everything. It's also like during the recountings of what happened, the same thing is being said. I've constantly said that Parlo said yes in almost every single one of our encounters. And when he actually told me no to stuff, I backed off and didn't pressure him. In regards to using your body language and shit in order to tell me he wasn't down, this is in general just not a good way to handle things. A lot of people have been saying this to a large degree. As in doing so, you're just kind of banking on the fact that the other person picks up on things like these.
Yeah.
But if you're in a situation like this where you're not comfortable or you're not wanting to do something and you're trying to be subtle, if your subtlety doesn't work, it is your responsibility to just tell the other person how you feel.
Grumpy YT, the thing is, I don't understand why Parlo put his banner as Cinderella even after everything was going on. It's because he thought he was being funny, but at the same time, it was making it so much more worse. Which is why I brought up the fact of how Internet Jason was telling him just to shut his mouth. He literally, anytime he opens it, he makes it worse. Like that.
You cannot blame the other person for not picking up on your subtlety. I'm sorry, that's just not how that works.
Yeah.
In my case specifically, as a lot of people have said, I kind of struggle to pick up on body language. Some people have actually asked if I'm autistic, and I do not have any confirmed diagnosis yet, but I will say I have actually scheduled an appointment for that, and I will post the results when I get them. Once again, this isn't exactly something I want to share online, but I'm unfortunately forced into that situation. But yeah, not everyone is able to pick up on subtle body language, and I myself struggle to do so, as has been confirmed by a lot of the people who were personally there. This is why my main point in my original document was that Parlo was telling me yes constantly, because I didn't pick up on the cues he was trying to send. Another thing I would like to highlight before we even move forward is that Parlo is changing his positions constantly in the situation. In his document, he said nothing criminal happened. In private, he was telling people he was sexually assaulted. Now, publicly on Twitter,
he's
saying
back and forth from what he actually happened. Whoa. Grumpy YT is trying to make people feel bad for him, even though he has done bad too. Yeah, exactly.
it was all alleged. I usually understand why people covering allegations use the term allegedly when it comes to criminal actions. It's because they don't know what happened, so for legal reasons, they have to say that, or else they could get in legal trouble. Why on earth would you put allegedly in front of allegations that you are making? Like, could you imagine going to a police station or reporting a crime and saying, yeah, you know, allegedly my neighbor broke into my house and robbed me, when you're like literally the only person to see anything? It makes zero fucking sense.
Bro.
With all that out of the way, let's unfortunately get into the actual scenarios. If you cringed the first time going through this entire situation, it's not going to get much better. If anything, we're on a downhill slope. So
all I'm going to say is viewer discretion is advised.
the first night, we decided to do oral in the bedroom. Parlo has claimed that I pressured him by pulling out and taking a condom out of the wrapper. I pulled the condom out in the wrapper. Yes, that is what I did. But
so wait, is this just going over the entire document, word for word? I might not want to go through this then. Because I'm being so serious, this might literally get my video taken down on YouTube, my stream. Oh. Yeah, no, I can't go through it. Oh, God. It's going through the entire thing.
Avalon both left later. When they came back, Parlo said he felt like I peer pressured him, and as I later found out on Dicker's live stream, Parlo recorded me and Avalon privately without our consent.
like start of the thing. Oh, for goodness sake, my fucking flashlight's not working. I just felt kind of pressured to do stuff for you because I didn't want to make you feel upset if I didn't do anything.
You can tell me no when it comes to that stuff. You don't have to.
I know, but I felt afraid that if saying no would just piss you off because I spent about 1,000 on that ticket. But I mean, I was just saying things that was.
I even told you.
He's trying to guilt trip him for saying he spent $1,000 on that ticket. You're supposed to be needing money for food, like just basic living necessities, and you're guilt tripping people for the money you spent that you should have never have had in the first place. Whoa.
We don't have to do stuff until December if you want.
That's crazy.
I mean, I tried not to necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
told you we can wait if you wanted. Which, you know, listen, you're allowed to record calls in like Discord or some shit if it's like an online thing, but it's kind of dicey when you do it in real life. Like when it comes to legality,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about how that works, but I don't know. I'm not going to moral fag about it. But the reason why this matters is because it proves that from the very start that my story has remained consistent this entire time, whether it be publicly where I know it's being recorded or privately where I don't know it's being recorded. My story has been consistent from day fucking one, from second one. Also, Parlo has said he never intended for the situation to go public. Then why did you record me that night? You've been very against going to the police with this situation, so...
That and literally Parlo was going to Guamgo about the whole internet adjacent shit. Like, don't get me wrong, internet adjacent released his document first, but at the same time, Parlo was actively going to Guamgo to try to get a video uploaded about internet adjacent. Oh my god.
So what other reason would you have for recording this? You seem to try to say me talking to commentary YouTubers is the catalyst for this, but I don't think that's really true at this point. I think you were going to do something. Parlo has now stated the allegations are alleged, and I will say his response document has leaked. I'm pretty sure Guamgo posted it, and other people sent it to me. He brings up this whole thing, but just says that I'm getting an autism diagnosis, which is like the only mention of that entire thing that he has. Listen, no, I did not sexually assault Parlo. I feel like most people have realized that at the very least this was just an awkward hookup that one person regretted afterwards. There are parts of this accusation and the whole entire trip that I skipped that we'll be talking about later, but no.
Grumpy, I think you told me Guamgo was a bad guy too, right? No, yeah, he is. He very much is. So what we're gonna be doing is there's a YouTuber who's actually live right now called Dickers, and we're gonna be going through one of his streams. So, because it fully goes over one of the things that I'm gonna be doing a video on soon about Guamgo. Santa's channel? Okay, bet. I got you. No, I subscribe to Dicker. I like Dickers. I think he's cool.
No, I did not sexually assault Parlo. I feel like most people have come to that conclusion. But obviously, this isn't the only accusation. As is usual with Parlo, he filled his document with a lot of bullshit. I mean, compare our documents. Mine was just about the sexual assault allegations and the GoFundMe stuff, which we're going to talk about that in a bit too. Parlo made like 50 different accusations. I mean, almost all of them are bullshit. There's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork too to make other accusations, but those are also just bullshit as well. So let's just keep going. Another very serious accusation and very false accusation is grooming. So some people, for whatever reason, are trying to push the accusation right now that I'm a groomer. Not only
okay, so this is just going over something of his. I want to... Okay, so I'm assuming everything kind of passed this. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to skip the rest of this. It's just going over the rest of the document, and I'm going to get... Oh, Dickers, look. It's Dickers.
repeat that. So it was shitty back then, and I apologize for bringing up my...
Welcome to stream 10 times. I'm parlaying with my Cinderella. Valid. Grumpy, I assume you're skipping past the stream. Don't get taken down. Yeah, there's parts in here that are extremely explicit. Not showing, just talking. and I'd rather not get reported, mass reported like that.
Mental health in a situation like that, and for having people feel like I was manipulating them. But I definitely learned.
Because like the side with internet adjacent, it's pretty obvious he was in the right, just based on the fact of how Parlo was over exaggerating crap. It should have never happened. Internet adjacent should have never released the document on Parlo. Parlo should have never released the document on internet adjacent. And this is why I'm being very specific when it comes to seeing his side. Because it's like everyone kind of already knows internet adjacent is like 50-50 right in the wrong. So it's like, does it really matter to read and watch the whole thing?
From that, and I will not repeat the same mistake, just like I have not now. But the whole suicide baiting thing is just ironic, considering literally days ago he went on Dicker's stream and suicide baited.
Yeah. Leave and come back. Now I've seen that that is impossible, and can't say, but a lot of people have fucking blood on their hands now. But yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
It's a pattern that we're going to see, that Parlo is just a complete hypocrite. Speaking of Parlo, I guess I should talk about this briefly. The GoFundMe thing.
Is this?
Now, this is probably the biggest point of contention against Parlo. Obviously, he's publicly apologizing and issuing refunds for every. But I think it's important to show what he said the night before it was made public.
Grumpy, they should have all kept it private. To be honest, Guamgo ain't the greatest guy, and one of the best points he made. That's one of the best points he made in the video.
Your
Dude, that's not a best point. That's a generic point. Guamgo misrepresented the entire thing. That's why we're going to be going over that in a bit.
GoFundMe point was horrendous. No, that's actually a banger point. Like classic deflection level straw grabbing. No, it was genuinely horrible, and commentary people agreed in private. So yeah, he knew 24 hours before that this claim was going to be made public, and him
Okay,
and
we're going to be going over the Guamgo thing. This is kind of just going in circles. Because then the Anthrocon, accountability, and hypocrisy, all that stuff has nothing to do with this. So if any of you want to watch this video, I'm going to leave it in the comments. Here, give me a second. That's the internet adjacent video. I spelled that with an M, god damn it. But we're going to be going to the Dickers part. Specifically this one. Ari's already skimming through it. Actually, no. Instead of going through Dickers, let's go through the actual video itself. Because, dude, no. I don't like Guamgo. I don't in the slightest. And he has me blocked on Twitter. See? So, we're going to go through this. Also, do know, it's a little hypocritical how he's trying to show he's like this moralistic person. And it's like, he's very obviously not. This thumbnail used to literally have... Here. I'm going to pull up some screenshots I have, because I already have a folder of some stuff from his video. So, we're going to be showing this. Give me a sec. There we go. Okay, so this. Literally this. He got rid of it. Because it was so bad. This is this video. He went out of his way to put missing, gone, dead? Really? He's baiting Parlo's death for views and clout. He is. He is literally, by definition, baiting his death for views. Also, welcome to the stream. I don't know Zenis. And, what the hell? ParloYT dev? We really got a random wannabe Parlo channel here? That's crazy. That's cool. But going back to this, no, he got rid of this. But then it's weird because at the same time, why didn't he get rid of the other one? Why? It still has, and it's like, this is the funny thing. I don't know if a lot of you have been paying attention to the Parlo drama, but Parlo's been going on random crash outs for a while, saying how people are literally talking about how I'm a pedophile, I'm not a pedophile, blah, blah, blah. And I started seeing, I was like, oh my God, why is he bringing this up? It's literally people trolling him. But then at the same time, now I'm starting to notice, holy shit, he kind of was right for being pissed at it. Because literally Guamgo, one of his old associates, literally is making videos saying he's Diddy, who is a notorious pedophile. So why is Guamgo doing this? And it's like, it makes it worse to the fact of how literally, I used to know Guamgo. I used to a while ago. And he did the worst of shit. Meaning, we had a group, mid-2024. Welcome to the stream, continuing. Fun fact, your audio is quiet as fuck. Seriously? No way. That sucks. Give me a sec. Yeah, I know. I turned down OBS because I keep getting, background noise from my speaker. It's really annoying. But no, what I was saying was I used to be a part of a group with Guamgo. Mid 2024, we were basically actively trying to take down Parlo and his friends, being Side-Iced, Nift, and Parlo. Mostly Parlo. With Guamgo, it was mostly him going after Side-Ice, but at the same time, it was like everybody. And it got bad. Shit started hitting the fan, and eventually Guamgo took Parlo's side for no apparent fucking reason. And it was stupid because we were winning. We were full on winning. We had another YouTuber which then took his side, That Board Gamer, with the PRM, Parlo Resistance movement. It was a thing that happened in mid 2024 as a part of it. And it's not a good look that Guamgo was going out of his way saying things about Parlo in private, very much in private. Welcome to stream 3KZ. Who else is excited for the Connor drama? What? Huh? What are you talking about? Let's see who you are. Sleep. Bro, this is super good to sleep to. Moving on. Bro. Welcome to the stream. Wondered. Hello just joined. Hello? What? I'm so confused. What is happening right now? But, no, a grumpy fun fact, most of the streams made about Parlo he lurks in. True. But, 3KZ, I'm gonna leave that playlist public, bet. But no, when I was a part of that group, mid-2024, with Guamgo, who we were taking down Parlo, etc., shit hit the fan, he instantly sided with Parlo. Why? Clout. Literally fucking clout. And I think a lot of people can agree on this because of the fact of how there's old messages of him literally talking so much crap about Parlo. I'm going to pull one of them up because I'm not going to release them all yet until I do my video. But I'm going to show you one of the more important ones. Just give me a second into my files. Where are you? Give me 1 second, guys. Oh yeah, has anyone seen the Black Friday stuff for Roblox? I don't like the new item that just got re-released. I don't like it personally. I think it's a bit odd looking, but it is an old thing, so yeah. Okay, so we got this. This is one of the things from my own personal messages with him. Wondered I was a believer part, but no, I'm not. This is from my messages. And oh my god. Let's just read it, because Guango is, first of all, lying, saying, oh, I've known Parlo and been his friend for the last 3 years. No, you weren't. That is a lie. No, you weren't. Him and his friends were literally harassing you for a while, so that's not true. In quotes. Who exactly is in that call? Anyone incapable of logical thought? Well, Parlo is actually saying he wants to talk in all genuineness, so yeah. Also, do note this is not connected to this drama. This is from a Discord call that happened. And this said Discord call had a little interesting guy in it. So if you follow my Twitter, this one right here, I've been talking about randomly how I was a part of a group call in Parlo's Discord server before it got raided like 1,000,000 times, where Parlo had Natty Forsyth in his call, in his server, and I saw there was drama going on. So me, an ex-friend of mine, and another ex-friend of mine all joined his server and were muted listening because it was getting chaotic as shit. And I'm going to pull up that screenshot because Parlo tries to act like he had no connection with Natty Forsyth. Which, if you don't know who Natty Forsyth is, that is Natherix, a known Roblox YouTuber who is a predator and has done so many disgusting things. Like, I mean, whew. Specifically, I could show you his profile picture. This guy. Yeah, this little fella. And then he rebranded to Scrimzox, which was like a clown thing. So, yeah. Let me pull up that message. Here is all of them, literally, in a call. It's great. It's really great right here. So we got whoever this is. I know who this is. I'm not friends with them at all. I just want to make that clear. This guy is a freak. Me, my ex-friend, don't know. Okay, actually, this was one of the people who was a part of that old group, which I don't support. To be clear, I don't support any of the people anymore who are in that group. I don't know who this is. And obviously, Natty Forsyth. It's funny how they're right above Parlo. Wow. That's really lovely right here. And then going back to this, literally, let's in quote by Guamgo his thoughts on Parlo. Guamgo, as well as I said before, Parlo is not sane and at all capable of logic reasoning. I mean, the guy literally was painting his walls with his own blood. If that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what will. I said, well, all right, then I think Johnny would be a good thing because he's being genuine. I know that's fucking weird. So, yeah, you do you, though. I don't know. So, yeah, no. Guamgo is a fucking clout goblin. He should not be praised by people. He should not be. The only reason he did all of this is just for the fact of how he wanted his channel to get more subscribers because it was at a standstill. His channel was at like 20K, 30K. I could literally go to Social Blade right now. Social Blade right here. Let's go to Guamgo's. I can literally show how quickly it rises from him being friends with Parlo. Is there an all-time? Here we go. Look at how quickly it rises. Look, he's stuck 13K, 20K, 30. Look how quickly he gets stuck at the same amount. And then watch it rise. Watch this shit. Right when he starts talking about Parlo. Of course. Wonder, Demaxia, that's your ex-friend. Yeah, a while ago. I ditched him after a while because I found that he was hanging around some not so very great people. 3KZ car acting like this won't be his sub count soon. If that happens and I become someone like Guamgo, I want someone to put me down like a wounded animal. God, no, I don't want to become someone like Guamgo. Fuck. I don't want to become someone like that. No. I literally do YouTube for fun. I like doing YouTube. It's fun to me. I'm not here doing it for like money, clout. It's why I barely upload it, because when I do upload, it's because I actually am motivated and I want to do it. I love doing it. So, welcome to stream, Recon W Connor. Welcome to stream, Sierra K47. All hail Parlo, bro. He's not Jesus Christ. All hail Parlo. All hail, like, dude. What? Grumpy, isn't the clip of the VC on your clips channel? Yeah, no, they're. Thank you for pointing that out. Actually, hold on. So one of the things I have, it doesn't really have direct context because it's just a specific stream, it's a specific VC. Wanted really C-Ray. But no, this is there's no context to this. It just basically proves that I literally was a part of VCs with Guamgo in it. And this was all the people that were in here. I don't literally, the only person who brought me into this was Opedius. I'm not friends with them anymore. They are literally, everyone in here is degenerate. Everyone is. It's crazy of that fact. And which is why after Guamgo betrayed everybody, I left it all. I had to, because I started noticing everyone a part of it included Parlo, Side Eyes, Nift, literally the entire group chat, all degenerates. Every single last one of them, everyone included, it was just degenerate. And it's sad, that fact, because it's like, we were doing good. It's just the fact of how everyone had bad intentions. I just wanted to clear my name and then try to show people how Parlo is literally lying about people for clout, like what Guamgo's doing now. But no, this literally shows Tired VC. If you want to watch it, I'll link it down below. It's not really anything specific, but if you do want to, here. It's the video. But going back to the Guamgo thing, we're going to be going over his video. Also, these will be added into a separate video. So, just want to make that clear because I do not support or condone Parlo. I'm not Parlo, Guamgo. So, let's get this started.
Before I begin this video, I want to clarify that this isn't just a commentary video or some kind of news coverage. This is coming from someone who's been close friends with Parlo for nearly 3 years, and after everything that surfaced a couple nights ago, I've made the decision to completely cut ties with him for good, and in this video I intend to explain why. Before I get into everything, please like this video, subscribe.
You realize that Guamgo is gone, remember? I'm not Guamgo. You remember that Parlo is gone, remember? I'm glad he's gone because I saw Guamgo's video. No, Parlo's lurking in the background. He's not gone. And Guamgo, I literally was just saying I would not trust this guy at all.
Subscribe and comment your thoughts on this whole situation, because I genuinely am wondering what people have to say about this, especially if you were a fan of Parlo's. I want to start off this video by explaining what happened and what led to all of this happening. On November 9th, 2 Google documents dropped, one from Parlo and one from someone known as Internet Adjacent or Wolfgang. Both went into disturbing detail about their relationship and what supposedly happened between them in person. Originally, Parlo wanted me to make a video defending him to help quote-unquote tell his side, but after reading through everything myself, I just can't. What's in those documents completely changed how I see him, and after knowing him for almost 3 years, I couldn't be more disgusted.
Oh, only recently it changed how you thought about him, so what the fuck is this? You fucking liar. Holy shit.
With his decision to make all of this public. Before any of this blew up as it did, I started a major argument with Parlo about it. I told him to keep it private and to take down the documents immediately, because this would not end well for him. At that point, I didn't even realize how bad the document really was. I just knew that turning a situation this serious into public drama was the worst move he could have made, especially as it was a personal situation and a private situation. Instead of actually listening to me, he snapped at me, called me and said he was the biggest victim out of everyone, more than Slop, Ruben, or even me.
This guy, bro.
That's when I realized he didn't care about accountability. He wanted control. Up until then, I'd still been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the arrogance and lack of empathy he showed in that argument told me everything I needed to know. And when that document fully came out and when I actually took a look at it, I understood why he was so defensive, because it wasn't just a statement. It was a 75-page dump of content where Parlo went into level details about his life. Reading that was disgusting, not just because of what he wrote, but because he knew exactly who his audience was. Mostly minors, and he still posted it anyways. That's when I knew that I couldn't defend him anymore. That's why I'm making this video. The first thing I want to talk about is the GoFundMe that Parlo made. The screenshots you're seeing on screen right now are from Wolfgang's document, and they show something completely unbelievable. Around late September, Parlo launched a GoFundMe claiming he needed money for legal fees, food, and rent. He told me the same thing privately, which is why he asked me to promote it in my video about his disappearance. He said he was facing possible litigation and still dealing with this temporary arrest during the dupe situation, and I believed him. I'd been helping him behind the scenes for months, compiling evidence, organizing files, and doing work for free to save him legal costs. But just a week later, he used that same money to fund a trip to London, a trip that was explicitly in nature. Evidence shows Parlo sent over $1,400 to Wolfgang, with $1,100 being for the plane ticket and the other $300 being for the passport and other fees. All this was happening while Parlo was still collecting donations from fans who thought they were helping him pay.
Literal fraud. That is literal fraud by definition. He is committing fraud. That is straight up committing fraud. By purposely misleading your GoFundMe, your fundraiser for money, saying it's for monthly bills, food, living expenses, you are committing fraud. If you're not using the money for directly that and you put it in your GoFundMe or fundraiser, that is fraud by definition. I hope he gets legal trouble, because what he is doing, if he's evading justice right now. By definition, he is. Welcome to the stream, not real 9 to 5 and Zap enthusiast. Are you the guy who exposed innovation my friend told me about? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wouldn't really say expose. I mean, I just kind of read some of the stuff that was already been out that was on Twitter. I just got it put on YouTube. Oh snap! Yeah.
Rent or legal bills. When people started calling him out, Parlo claimed that the GoFundMe money came in after the trip, as if that made it okay. But that's not how it works. Once you start asking people for donations, all your finances matter. You can't claim to be broke and begging for help while also blowing your own money on luxury trips and hookups. It's the same pool of money, and how you prioritize it says everything. What makes this even worse is that he hadn't paid his editors in almost 5 months and was still asking friends like me to handle his work for free. Meanwhile, he bought a new gaming laptop worth around $2,100, or about 1,600 sterling, as he said, and a brand new phone, which is probably around $500 to $800. Normally, that wouldn't be a problem, but when you're begging strangers for money to stay afloat, that's not a good look. I even offered to help him make money again by letting him upload on my channel while his was still locked. But instead of being responsible, he spent thousands on technology in his trip. We even finished a few videos together that I've now completely canceled because there's no way I can in good faith feature him on my—
Oh, in good faith. See, this is why I was saying he tries to portray himself as this moralistic entity, saying how in good faith, I can't stand for Parlo. Bull fucking shit you do. Shit hit the fan and Parlo was no longer useful to you. Get the fuck over it. I think people would accept the fact if he just said, I don't want to associate with Parlo anymore now because of the drama. I think a lot of people would accept that. I mean, I wouldn't, just because of the fact of what I know, but at the same time, it'd be a general statement that's not really like as bad as what he's doing, because portraying yourself as a I'm morally sound, like, dude, you were friends with Parlo in the first place. Jesus.
My channel after all of this. And just to update, after a lot of arguing, Parlo finally admitted that the GoFundMe situation was bad and supposedly planned to refund donors. but that doesn't change the fact that he only realized it after a massive argument and a public meltdown. He even started a fight on Twitter with Tanuki Alex, calling the whole situation nothing burger when she was completely right to call him out. Now, before getting into the rest of the document itself, I need to explain how I first heard about all of this, because what Parlo told me back then and what I know now are two completely different stories. About a month ago, Parlo messaged me privately claiming he'd been...
Bro. What the fuck is this graphic? Genuinely. I know he's a commentary slop channel who is trying his absolute hardest to get clicks by having these stupid ass thumbnails. But still, we're making graphics now? Images about how he supposedly got essayed and great? Bro! Talk about grotesque. Oh my god.
By Wolfgang that he'd been during their meetup.
It's not even that it's just grotesque. It's just insensitive as crap. Like, it's like you're practically mocking him. And it's why I was saying as well how you had in the thumbnail saying, oh, he's dead, this and that, clickbaiting his death when he's super suicidal. So what happens if he, you know, what's himself? What happens? What happens then?
Told me Wolfgang had snuck into the shower with him, scrubbed his back, and that things got freaky without his consent. I didn't judge him for being gay or anything like that, I just took it at face value, and he made it sound like a serious... But after reading the actual DMs and screenshots Parlo himself included in his document, that version completely fell apart. The messages show Parlo openly flirting and initiating things long before the meetup, saying things like,
Bro, I went through that entire document off camera. Bro, I highly recommend nobody look for that. It's so bad. It's so bad.
want my talk, I cannot lie. And I might be a little but you have to be delicate.
Why with the fucking... You see, this is my point. The mocking. It's literally the mocking. It's so stupid, and I don't like Parlo. So it should really say something how just unbelievably stupid this is. There's no point in doing stuff like this. There's really no point. If you're trying to disassociate with Parlo, just disassociate with him. You're instead making it as if you're too morally sound to be his friend, and now you're mocking his death, mocking his voice, literally baiting his death for views. It's crazy.
These aren't messages from someone being... They're from someone who's fully aware and willing. Parlo's own writing describes Wolfgang entering the bathroom and the shower while he looked away uncomfortably, but nowhere does he say he told Wolfgang no. And later on Dicker's livestream, he even admitted that there was never any clear communication of him saying no. Looking at it now, it's obvious that this wasn't some one-sided... It was mutual, messy, and embarrassing, not criminal. Parlo only started calling it afterwards, seemingly because it didn't go how he wanted or because...
Wonder, this is just disgusting, yeah.
Wolfgang wasn't what he expected. But what really pushed it over the edge...
Literally everyone a part of this is all in the wrong, and it's just fucking insane how everyone is trying to portray Guamgo as the same, and then Parlo's the degenerate, and then it's like people are taking sides. No, everyone in this entire drama is in the wrong. Guamgo should have never been his friend in the first place. He should have never made videos baiting his death, calling him a pedophile. Literally fucking Internet Adjacent should have never released this document in the first place on Parlo. Parlo should have never responded. None of this, it's a manufactured drama. This entire drama is purely manufactured. There are no outside outcomes that could have been, okay, fuck, my grammar is not grammaring right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it's a purely manufactured drama. Nothing that was outside of everyone's bounds could have been not prevented. They just went with it. They literally all just went with it. And Guamgo is capitalizing off of it. And I don't think people should be trying to support his actions. Like, look at this. Like, look. At this point, I can't trust anyone on the internet anymore. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes. Can't imagine how it felt editing this. Defend me. Literally everyone just mocking Parlo. Because that's what this video is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a video that's targeting Parlo and getting Guamgo off of his radar connected to Parlo.
Was that both of them decided to make this private situation public. Parlo's 75
None of this is journalistic in the slightest. It isn't. This is completely personal for Guamgo. It is.
Document goes into level detail, writing about and objects used during, even including censored photos of them. He literally talks about using a purple glitter toy he nicknamed Cinderella and describes in detail what he did with it, such as putting it in his no-no square. He added captions about objects, all labeled as evidence. This document wasn't made for authorities, by the way. Parlo made this in order to release it to the public. Within 48 hours, that document had 80,000 views from just one tweet. Parlo even included a personal note like, "I don't think I've off in like 4 or 5 days," which is
Again, the mocking. Why do we have to mock someone who is suicidal? Why are we mocking?
just insane to include in a document you're sharing with an audience of mostly minors. Just to be clear here, Wolfgang is not innocent, but Parlo's choice to release something this personal to the public is beyond irresponsible. He labeled it as transparency, but it is not at all. It's self-exposing, degenerate, and completely disconnected from reality. This should have stayed private, never made public. Before I get to the argument that I had with Parlo, there's something in his document that also seriously needs to be addressed because it shows how hypocritical he really is. On page 19, Parlo brings up a situation involving Yixalo, also known as Avalon, same person, just a different username, and he wrote that Yixalo was probably known to have been 17 turning 18 on September 30th, 2025, and that Wolfgang knew this. Parlo even included his exact birthday, and claims that just 2 days after Yixalo turned 18, Wolfgang started sending unsolicited and getting in DMs, supposedly making him feel pressured to respond. The part that makes this so bizarre is that Parlo was right there. He admits it all happened in a small group chat that included him, Wolfgang, Avalon, and 3 other accounts he conveniently censored in the screenshots. So Parlo knew exactly what was going on and could have spoken up or stepped in, but he didn't. He even admits that Wolfgang created another chat named Oktoberfest that was literally meant to plan a 3-way between them. And in that chat, named Oktoberfest, that was literally meant to plan a 3-way between them. And in that chat, Wolfgang sent furry art and photos of himself dressed as a femboy, even full just 8 days after Avalon turned 18. So if Parlo really thought that this was wrong, why didn't he say anything back then? Why didn't he leave, report it, or confront Wolfgang? Why wait to include it in a 75-page document like it suddenly mattered when it could be used to make him look better? He even tries to frame it as calling Wolfgang out, but all it really shows that he sat there, watched everything happen, didn't intervene, didn't care, not until it became useful to him. Honestly, reading this section felt like watching a
It's funny, he's acting like he should have said something earlier, but what about you, Guamgo? What about you? You've already known Parlo is a degenerate for a while now, and you've just sat on this information for years, and only now have you brought it to light when it fit your needs. Huh. Wonder why what the hell is he sending furry crap? I don't know.
twisted
So I'm
back
saying
and
everyone a part of this is just all degenerates. They all are.
forth between 2 people who did really horrible things, like Jeffrey Epstein versus Diddy. After seeing that, I confronted Parlo.
There we go again. There we go again. So we're now just gonna... We're just gonna compare Parlo in all this to Epstein versus Diddy. Wow. Wow, Guamgo. Wow.
After seeing that, I confronted Parlo privately, and I asked him why he hadn't said anything, why he thought making it public afterwards was somehow the right move, and that's when our argument started. Now about the argument I had with Parlo, I just wanted to understand what the hell he was thinking. From the very
What the
start,
hell are you thinking? Like, dude.
it was obvious that this whole thing should have stayed private. I couldn't wrap my head around why he thought it was a good idea to drop a document like that publicly, especially one filled with that type of information. I first found out about everything through Twitter when both his and Wolfgang's documents dropped. I happened to be on call with one of my editors planning another video for the next day, but once this blew up, we decided to go through it together. Parlo was in the group chat for my editor since he was supposed to help me out with my channel for a couple of months while his own was locked due to the police taking his devices, and out of nowhere, he joined the call and told me he needed me to make a video defending him. At that point, I still thought it was just people lying about him, but as soon as I started reading, Parlo told me not to bother with Wolfgang's document and just...
You know what's funny? The fact that the timeline doesn't make any sense. I'm not joking when I'm saying this. Literally, what is it? Guamgo comes, he gets Parlo messaging him. Parlo's saying, we have a big video on, Wolfgang we're gonna do. It's literally days before Wolfgang did his. And then now, literally, Parlo is doing this with that. It was all planned. All of it. All of this was planned. It had to have been.
Read mine. I told him straight up that, based off of Wolfgang's document, the GoFundMe part looked really bad because it actually made sense, and I didn't even know he had done something like that. Instead of explaining anything, he snapped at me, called me a moron.
Bro, these fucking graphics. It's so just stupid looking.
A little bit less friendly, it started with an R, and told me to shut up and to get to his part, meaning his document. Now, I ended up continuing to read Wolfgang's document, and Parlo ended up leaving the call because he was going to go speak on another streamer's live stream to give, quote-unquote, his side of the story. He ended up joining the call back later, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, once I actually got to Parlo's document, everything completely fell apart because it wasn't a defense, it was a 75-page graphic content that did not belong online. I told him exactly that when he joined the call back later, that it was disgusting, irresponsible, and would destroy his reputation. I also warned him.
Okay, so we're gonna stop this video here for now, because I want to really quickly... 3KZ Gromgo definitely making bright off this video. Well, yeah, no, obviously. His video is trending. It's been trending on the gaming page for a while now. It shows that he wanted to capitalize off this. Plus, I want to make this very clear. Look at his older content. Compare it to when he started becoming associated and friends with Parlo. In all honesty, look at this. And then look at the more recent. See a difference? And guess what? Look at when the video disassociating. Do you see the thumbnail change? Oh my god. And people wonder why I keep saying that Guamgo is a clout goblin. He is. He literally, by definition, is. But we're going to be going through this video next. It's a bit shorter, and I want to go through it just because of the fact of how it has a lot of context I'm going to be needing to go over, so.
I wasn't planning on making another video about this situation, at least until Parlo released his public statement. But things have escalated so much in the last few days that at this point another video is honestly necessary. In just the past 24 hours alone, Parlo made a public statement regarding the situation, and then, only a few hours later, his YouTube channel was hijacked and terminated. And then right after that, multiple people have publicly spotted Parlo making posts and comments implying that others would have on their hands, clearly referencing his mental state and suggesting that he doesn't plan on being here much longer. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the... For some clarification, around a week ago, 2 Google documents were released, one from Parlo and one from... Parlo even talked about using known Parlo for about 3 years now, and this situation legitimately changed how I see him as a person, and honestly, it sucks to say that. Even after this went public, I argued with him about it. I told him to keep everything private because it was very obvious that this would not end well for him. Instead of listening, he insulted me and acted like he was the real victim out of everyone involved. But the worst part of all this is the GoFundMe. Parlo set up a fundraiser claiming it was for legal fees, food, behavior and rent. Doesn't just hurt him, it hurt...
I just realized something. Did I click on the right video? Hold on. Yeah, Parlo is actually gone, yeah.
And he told me the same thing privately. Then, just 1 week later, he spent over $1,400...
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was the same video because it's like the same exact narrative. This is... Poof. Oh, is Parlo trying to be a Mary Sue? Yeah.
And a plane ticket to hook up with Wolfgang for a freaky party. He then tried claiming someone struggled.
Okay, this is
While
going over the
everyone
same
was
stuff.
still reacting to the documents in the GoFundMe situation, Parlo's entire channel suddenly went into complete chaos. While Parlo's channel was being taken over by a hijacker, I was actually on call with him. He was asking for my opinions on the...
You know, I find it weird. This is something I find extremely weird. And this is just my opinion on it, because I have nothing to back this up. I just want this out there. Why was Guamgo perfectly on a call right when Mugen, the person who took his channel down, was on a call right when it happened? Perfectly right when it happened. Weird.
Response script that he wanted to release, and right in the middle of that call, everything started happening at once. His videos disappearing, permissions changing, and his channel being completely wiped from the face of YouTube. According to the screenshots Parlo posted in his now destroyed Discord server, someone named Mugen gained access to his channel and started deleting...
No, that is a lie. He did not gain access. That is not true. Literally, Parlo gave him channel editor perms to upload and edit videos, and he literally did that on his own volition. That is Parlo's fault.
Deleting years of videos. Parlo was messaging him things like, "Dude, stop. What the F is wrong with you? This is flat out illegal." He also showed a screenshot of the channel permissions, which had...
Wondering, wait, what? No, Mugen literally, these people. Guys who own, the stupid cheeky character. That Mugen. If you're confused.
Him listed as the owner, but also showed other people set as manager and editor. People he says
he didn't hack his channel. No, Guamgo is literally putting that out there as a lie. No, he didn't. You can't. Okay, first of all, riddle me this: if Mugen hacked his channel, he would be in jail right now because Parlo's devices are seized by literal law enforcement right now. And they would get notification someone's trying to break into his stuff. And they would immediately act upon that. As well as Parlo, before his devices were seized by police, gave him channel permissions to upload, edit, and add subtitles to videos. Parlo did that, and he had that permission for 4 total months.
As he couldn't remove because YouTube was forcing him to re-verify with an unpassable 2FA. Shortly after the hijack, the situation only got worse for him as his entire YouTube channel was terminated. YouTube had sent him a notice saying the account violated their policy, which lines up with what Parlo claimed, that content was mass posted to deliberately get his channel taken down. Parlo's channel was completely wiped off the platform, and he is still terminated as of right now, with no way to restore it at all. During that call, while this was happening in real time, Parlo was completely spiraling.
Again, it's odd how he's perfectly in call when it happens. It's odd.
He wasn't just panicking, he was repeatedly talking about ending his and even started describing the kinds of methods he was thinking about.
Oh, and you wonder why I keep saying it's bad how he's mocking his literal death, his supposed death. So we're mocking a suicidal person now. That's great. That's just amazing. Great work, Guamgo. Great work.
I'm not going to go into detail.
Look, there we go. Now a literal graphic. Shoot. Head soon. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Who fucking does this shit? I don't like Parlo at all, but this is fucking despicable. It is. It is despicable.
But hearing him talk like that was genuinely disturbing and way beyond anything I expected from that call. And I want to make something very clear. I'm not here to frame Parlo as an innocent victim. A lot of what's happening to him is the direct result of his own decisions and his own actions. He put himself in this situation, and he absolutely needed to step away from YouTube a long time ago. And honestly, him losing his platform isn't surprising. A lot of people, based off of Parlo's behavior, saw this future coming. But even with that said, this was the worst possible way for it to happen. Parlo had already told me that he planned to leave YouTube after releasing his public statement and taking accountability. Instead of stepping away on his own terms, everything was ripped out from under him in the most chaotic and destructive way possible, and seeing him spiral the way he did on that call shows just how dangerous that chaos has become. My call with Parlo ended shortly after that because he was completely breaking down, and not long after that, he joined another creator's livestream, and what happened there honestly confirmed everything I'd already seen from him privately. On stream, Parlo started talking about how he lost everything, how both of his channels were basically done, and then he suddenly said that people will have a lot of on their hands because of this. The creator hosting the stream immediately panicked and shut the call down because
Dickers.
of how extreme Parlo's comments were. Here's the clip so you can see exactly how the moment played out.
Oh, I lost everything. I mean, my channel was gone.
You know that I'm on live right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you're not gonna say anything crazy right now. What about your second channel?
It's done.
That's done as well?
No, like, it's done. Like, not even thinking about that. It's done.
You're gonna just move away from YouTube entirely? Yeah, probably say, just probably think on this.
I'm not leaving anything. I was gonna make the response video, leave and come back. Now, I've seen that that is impossible, and can't say, but a lot of people have...
Bro, pay attention to the creator's reaction when Parlo says people will have blood on their hands and puts a circle, bro.
on their hands now, but yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. I'll chat to you later. Okay, have a good one. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Before I move on, I want to clear something up about Mugen because
This part kills me.
a lot of people are twisting the situation. This wasn't some evil mastermind moment where Mugen suddenly hacked into Parlo's channel to destroy him. Mugen had already had access for months. Parlo gave him that access, and what he did wasn't done out of malice. It was done...
Yes, it fucking was. Stop fucking doing PR for Mugen. Stop. No. He did it out of fucking pure hatred because this is shit that Mugen is known for doing. He got channel perms and he planned it. Literally shit regarding Parlo. Hold on. He was doing this prior. Oh yeah, it was out of non-malice. Yeah, look at this shit. Look, commenting on his channel. This is literally Mugen doing it. Commenting on 1IK, another YouTuber, which, fun fact, is friends with Mugen. This person is friends with Mugen. And notice how they started milking it for views? Commenting on his videos just for that fact alone. Crazy. Fucking crazy work.
out of desperation. He uploaded that video privately on an unlisted...
That doesn't make it right, and that's not your decision to make. It's not your channel, and that's not your decision to make. And the fact of how Guamgo is actively trying to put this out as a good thing to do is crazy. What door are we opening for stuff like this to continue happening? This is not good at all.
Upload that only he saw because he genuinely thought forcing the channel...
Genuinely thought. So I'm gonna really quickly pull up. I want to pull up all of the messages between Mugen. I want to pull these up. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to hop on over to Parlo's Discord server. Here we go. Give me just a second. Here we go. So, literally saying, wondered, what does he mean by blood on their hands? He means he's gonna you-know-what himself. And the reason is why is because everyone has been going after him. So that's why he's saying people have blood on their hands. But no, literally, Mugen did not do this out of, pure malice. No, he did. Look at this shit. Parlo, can you relinquish your channel permission? I don't trust what you can do with it. Mugen not doing that, and I don't think I could regardless. Parlo, who did it? I'm not going to do anything else. Don't worry about it. No, I'm not being sarcastic. Parlo, did you just lock everything out everyone out of uploading to the channel. Are you fucking serious? What a fucking disgusting thing to do. I'm not fucking getting asked this fucking disgusting. So this is to make sure that you actually quit for good. And don't give me an attitude about it. You can still upload your goodbye video. Liar. He's a fucking liar. And Glomgo is doing PR for him. He wasn't able to fucking upload his thing. And he's a liar. He's a liar. No.
Offline was the only way to get Parlo to leave YouTube before it completely destroyed his mental health. But now people...
before he destroyed his mental health instantly spiraled when he got his channel taken down. So you and Mugen are the cause of that. You are purely the cause of that.
Online are calling Mugen a poster, saying that he
is a porn poster. He is.
And even labeling him a... Even Green Lego Cats indirectly implied that in his latest video, and that's just not true. Mugen never posted anything publicly, never exposed anything to minors.
That doesn't matter. The fact of how you did something that is not your channel, you uploaded porn, which is against TOS, and you knew that, and that's why the channel got taken down, because you and your friends mass reported it, bro.
And wasn't doing this to hurt Parlo. He was trying to stop him
from he's trying to stop him from spiraling by making him spiral. Right.
And based on how Parlo was acting when he was talking to me, someone who had just criticized him, I don't even want to imagine how
this again, of course.
He really felt. Parlo is extremely mentally unwell right now, and attacking Mugen over this is completely unfair. And before we move
it's completely unfair? He fucking made Parlo spiral even more into insanity. He is making Parlo more suicidal than he's ever been in a while. You should not be defending and doing PR for him. It's fucking gross.
Onto Parlo's response, I want to clarify that this isn't a public document. This was a private response script that Parlo sent to me directly and asked me to review. But now that he doesn't have a channel anymore, I'm going to go over the main points myself because people deserve to know what he was planning to say. After reading throughout the whole thing, the script is pretty long and somewhat emotional, and he does try taking some responsibility in parts. A lot of it, though, still feels like he's dodging what people were really upset about, and not really understanding the core of the backlash. First, Parlo spends an insane amount of time insisting that he's not a because Wolfgang was older than him. And sure, that part is true.
It's true, nobody...
calling him...
You are calling him a pedophile, you fucking lying piece of shit! Oh, did he? Oh my god, canceled! And then the fucking thumbnail I've shown, where it's literally fucking Parlo, it's actually gone. Oh my god, dead. Gone. Response. Bro. You can't be talking. You can't be talking.
Nobody said that this was a situation. That was never the issue. The problem was at the disgusting level of oversharing, the extremely inappropriate details, and the fact that he pushed all of this out publicly to an audience filled with minors. He keeps trying to debunk a claim that most people never even made. Then he goes on about how he supposedly wanted the situation to stay private, and this is where he completely contradicts himself. And honestly, this part kind of annoyed me, because throughout this entire situation, he told me
this is the thing I was bringing up a bit ago in my stream. Also, Karate, get the fuck out of my stream. I don't like you, dude. Get the fuck out of my stream. Go. I know who you are, dude. Get the fuck out. Go. No, literally, this part, literally, he was saying, look, 11/3/25 at Guamgo, time for a big video on Wolfgang. What happened? Thank you, Parlo. Literally was planning this shit. It was around the 10th to the 9th is when Internet Adjacent's document came out. And then look at this one. Look, literally, look at when this was uploaded. November 12th. He waited on all of this. He did. He waited on all of it.
Directly, multiple times, that he wanted me to make a video about his side. He actively pushed me to cover it, pushed me to defend him, and he clearly wanted his narrative to be put out there. So for him to suddenly claim in this script that he never wanted this public doesn't really line up with what he told me at all. Even in the script, he admits that he rushed to publish his own document because he was afraid people would call him a liar if he did it. He admits he ignored people warning him not to publish anything, and even calls what he wrote gross, degenerate, and reputational self-destruction. I'd say he did a pretty good job criticizing himself, but immediately afterwards he starts making excuses again. The The part where everything really starts to fall apart though is the GoFundMe explanation. This is where the entire script shows that he still doesn't fully understand what he did wrong. He claims he only intended to use the money for food and rent and whatever, and that it wasn't dishonesty, that it was negligence. Then he follows up with saying it wasn't a scam, but it was just a mistake, and then
Gongo's a liar. He's a liar. Look at this. He's saying, oh, it wasn't a scam, this and that, it was just an honest mistake. Yeah, no, he was saying that. In the literal same fucking sentence, he literally shows. Look at this. Bro, Karate, can you fucking leave? Oh my god, nobody wants you here, dude. Fucking dip. You're a fucking nobody. Get the fuck out of my stream. He says, I'm going to be as transparent as possible in this video, proving that everyone is being actively refunded, while also proving that the money from the GoFundMe was only used for rent and food as advertised. However, taking accountability regardless for extremely negligent with my finances and indirectly having broke the trust of my viewers by indirectly scamming. So he's not justifying it. You're a fucking liar.
Saying it wasn't a scam, but it was just a mistake, and then he tries to justify the
Bro,
$1,400 plane ticket, the $2,000 laptop, and the $800 phone by blaming stress, loneliness, and depression. But here's the thing, intent doesn't erase impact. Even he admits he acted recklessly. He admits that he broke people's trust. He admits his audience believed
what are you doing right now? You're breaking people's trust as well, dude. Sorry to say.
was financially struggling. If you let people believe you're broke when you spend your own money on luxuries, that is literally the definition of a scam, whether you meant it or not. You cannot claim accountability while refusing to call the situation what it actually is. Saying I indirectly scammed people and then immediately saying, but it wasn't a scam though, is not accountability. It's dancing around the truth to soften the blow. He also mentions that he asked his dad to transfer money so he could refund everyone. That's a good step in the right direction, but it doesn't undo everything. Refunding people after getting exposed doesn't erase the fact that he spent thousands on non-essentials, didn't pay his editors for months, and misled his audience into thinking he was barely surviving. That's not just bad spending habits. That's not a small mistake. That's misrepresentation. And whether he wants to say the word or not, that is a scam.
He literally says it's a scam. You're fucking insane. You're... Oh my god.
By saying he wants to leave the Parlo identity and work on himself, and honestly that would have been the healthiest choice he could have made. But now, with his channel gone and the way everything collapsed, this situation got way more chaotic than it needed to be. And while I do believe his channel needed to go eventually, this was absolutely not the right way for things to end, considering Parlo's repeated history of mental problems, and at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if something fatal happened. The full document or response will be available in my Discord server in the form of a PDF.
Of course, yeah, we're just gonna fucking promote your Discord server. Right, that makes a lot of sense. Don't worry, guys. If you want it, I'll link it in the description down below. I got you.
File and will be posted in the announcements channel. Before I end off this video, I need to clarify something very important that I kind of failed to mention in the previous video, because over the past few days, I've been seeing some seriously dangerous narratives spreading around. A lot of people are using Parlo's downfall as some kind of excuse to rewrite history, and that is not at all how this works.
I fucking hate this narrative, because I skimmed through this video, and this narrative he goes through is the fact of how bad actors, which is directly ripped from fucking Parlo's script, are taking over the situation to try to deflect from their own allegations. Wasn't that what you were doing not that long ago? And that's what Parlo was doing himself as well. Huh. Also, I have not seen a singular person do that. The people you bring up, you literally go and bring up are people... Captain Steve, Omar had literally the entire Omar situation was a video where Parlo and his friends were fucking berating him with a question because some random ass fucking person asked them, saying that Omar was they created some kind of explicit NSFW porn account, and it's like in his country that's illegal, which he didn't do. And it's like, yeah, Omar is being a little bit weird in the call, but at the same time, I mean, I don't blame the guy at all. Nomad Matt, kind of nitpicky. What do you mean? Like what I'm doing or what Guamgo's doing? I'm confused. Because I wouldn't say what I'm doing is nitpicky. I just went through, like, the entire thing. So, but what I was saying was the whole Omar thing that made it literally had nothing to do with this. But then the Captain Steve thing, it's like I'm not really like friends with Captain Steve. I just know him. I know that entire situation was over exaggerated like to the craziest degree. There was some stuff that Captain Steve shouldn't have done, which I'm going to be bringing up in my video. But at the same time, it's like he was in the wrong but in the right, but it was over exaggerated for the wrong, from my opinion at least. So
trying to hijack this situation, paint themselves as victims, acting like Parlo somehow wronged them or spread misinformation about them. And I want to make this extremely clear. That behavior is beyond disgusting, because the people I've seen being victimized by this situation are not harmless creators. I'm talking about people like Captain Steve, 77.
Again, you're grouping Captain Steve with other people that have nothing to do with Captain Steve. It's fucking stupid.
Bonky Doge, Camgaiza, Safe, and yes, even Natharix. These are individuals with actual documented histories of
and it's like, oh look, it's all videos by Guamgo himself. Guys, there's documented things, and guess what? It's my videos. Go check them out. It's so stupid. It's honestly stupid. He's just trying to create a narrative that all the things he said aside from anyone else is true. It's literally what he's going for.
Disgusting, manipulatory, or dangerous conduct. None of these people suddenly
I'm stream logical _ J. Guamgo and Parlo are so corny. No, they are. Guamgo is a clout shark, and Parlo is just mentally ill. Bottom line.
Uploaded. That's not how accountability works. Parlo getting himself into deep does not magically erase everything these people have done. It does not undo their victims' trauma. It does not make them trustworthy. It does not redeem them at all. All it does is show how quickly bad actors will take advantage of chaos and try to
So, bad actors taking advantage of the chaos? Right.
write their own story. Seeing people fall for this is honestly terrifying. Parlo creates
It's a little weird as well how he keeps bringing this up, trying to say what they're saying is not true. So are we just literally gonna say that this guy is a predator? We're really gonna go that route now? Really? Logical and Scourge, why is Gomgo censor literally everything, bro? Because he wants money. This is why I say he's a clout shark. He literally is fiending for money. If he ever gets demonetized, he probably throws a fit. I'm not even joking.
created this entire disaster himself. He published details to an audience full of minors, overshared things no creator should ever make public, and admitted to behavior that can only be described as degenerate. And because of that, the truth is simple. He should not be online anymore. At this point, staying on the internet is actively putting his mental health and
Yeah, he shouldn't be online, but at the same time, in your video, you literally go ahead and defend Mugen for taking down his channel. And it's stupid. If you don't want Parlo online, just stop supporting him and stop giving him views. Let his channel die. It was already dying in this drama, and people were acting like it wasn't. Literally, when all of this drama dropped, he had like 635,000 subscribers. It dropped to 600K. He lost 35,000 subscribers in 2 days. 2 days, 35K people left. That should say something. Logical and Scourge, the title makes it seem like Parlo killed himself. That's the point. That's the point of the title. The literal thumbnail itself, he changed, where the literal thumbnail used to say this: missing, gone, dead. You had it right on the money. That is the point. He is clickbaiting it. Wondered YouTube reasons? For what?
up about Mugen. For that, the truth is simple. He should not be online anymore. At this point, staying on the internet is actively putting his mental health and safety at risk. He's proven he's not stable enough to handle a platform. But none of this suddenly makes the people he exposed innocent. And dangerous creators don't get a free pass.
Again, we're saying these are predators. Fuck. Oh my god. Wondered, I was asking logical that question. Oh, my bad.
Just because Parlo imploded. His mistakes don't rewrite years of evidence against him.
Oh, yeah, no. Why is Guam going to censor everything? Yeah, no, it's for monetization. He wants to get everything monetized as much as he can. And that's why I call him a clout shark. He wants as much money to pump out of these videos as he figuratively and literally can.
So I hope this situation serves as a wake-up call. You cannot treat your audience like this. You cannot dump personal content onto minors. You cannot run a platform when you're mentally falling apart. For his own safety, I genuinely hope Parlo steps away and stays away.
You don't care. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're defending the person that made him start becoming more suicidal. No, you don't. You do not care. You don't. You're such a liar. It's crazy how much he's lying in this video. So, yeah, no, that's the video. So I went over both, and there's so much more, and it's like I can't put it in the live stream just because I'm going to turn it into a video because I don't really have anything together right now because I'm still gathering stuff because it's like all scattered for a while. One of the people I'm going to be mentioning, though, in that video is going to be Captain Steve, since the crap that went on with him was really, really bad. And it was not his fault from what I can tell. Welcome, Shame, it's Tropical. Welcome, welcome. I got banned from Glomgo's Discord server for having an inappropriate pic. It was a deepfake of IShowSpeed Speed pregnant with Ronaldo. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. His mods are whack as well. No, yeah, his mods are weird. They're full blown weird. I've looked through some of his mods. I know I don't have proof, let's say, behind it, but at the same time I think that what is it? One of his moderators is now Mugen. Most likely. Kind of like how Parlo went with Mugen. Because I know Guamgo has contact with Mugen now. He literally shows it in his video that he has literal contact. Saying how it's such a bad thing. Yeah, look, see? Look, what the fuck? How'd you guys terminate the channel? Unlisted videos. So he has contact. He does. He got immediately in contact with Mugen. Which that is by far not good. It's Chocolate. No, it's true. I've got screenshots and all. But yeah, no. It's strange. This entire situation is just so strange. And I don't get why it's being perpetrated so much. So, all I'm gonna say... Wait, Mugen's in his Discord server? Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I'm in his server on a random account. I'm gonna find that. Hold on. Does anyone know what his it's Tropical, who is Mugen? Okay, Mugen is a random surrealist creator who on Roblox literally here, let me just show without having to explain because it's kind of hard to explain. So Mugen is this really stupid community of people that which have doxers, swatters, freaks of nature in it. And they make games like Armored Patrol, Vestus Edge, Mugen, War of Worlds, Swan Location, Mana 7 Shingles, and it's like very weird games, which I can show one of them right now just so you can kind of get the idea. So let's just show that really quickly. It's very weird games. So. But no, Mugen literally, I'm not even joking. Fun fact: the guy who literally Mugen, it's tropical. Oh dear God, I like a creepy community energy, but doxing and harassing people is not cool. Yeah. Fun fact as well: the game they made, Armor Patrol, which is the one that is still keeping Mugen alive right now. Which also do note, Mugen is it's the same name as the community and as the person who made the community, so it's kind of not to get confused. But no, the people who made Armor Patrol, the original guy, Armored Patrol guy, is a pedophile who made the game. So it's a little ironic how Mugen, with their toxic manipulation, all that weird crap that they do, is already promoting a game which they just straight out stole. I'm not even joking. They stole it. The original game should still be up, and they just stole it and re-uploaded it. So, yeah, I would not trust Mugen in the slightest bit. It's already bad knowing that one of the people he associates with, which is stream_2, is already a freak. Like, I mean, this guy literally owns a game called Facility, which is from the Roblox Myth community, which, if you don't know what the Roblox Myth community is, it's a stupid ARG community thing that was popular as crap from 2017 to 2019 until 2021, where their leader, Kazdem, got exposed as a predator, and everything fell after, and then there was more predators nonstop. Like, I mean, every day there was a predator being exposed. It was bad. And it's still going on till this day. And this is one of the games that are still making the community semi-active. So, yeah, no, Mugen is not a good person. Guamgo is not a good person. Parlo is not a good person. None of these people are good people. Fuck. This whole situation is fucked up. This whole situation is beyond fucked up. And it's sad that it's that case. There's not a singular side in this that is normal at all. And I hate that fact. I honestly do. Like, we need to stop empowering creators. We need to. And that goes for me. I don't want people coming to me and immediately believing every single word that comes out my mouth. I don't want that. And it should be the same that goes for people. We need to empower our community. Empowering creators to be the figureheads, people on the top while we're on the bottom, believing every word that gets shot out their mouth, that's not gonna end well. Look what happened with Kaneko Kitten, Potimer. Do I need to go on? There's a lot of people. Like, who's next? Guamgo? I mean, fuck, he's gonna be next soon for getting exposed, because I'm gonna drop my video on him. People are already getting mad at him. Like, for instance, Dickers, literally the person who's been involved in this whole Parlo stuff, did a video on Parlo. He's live right now.
It's supposed to be private.
Watching
Did I
this.
get any porn that depicted animals or anything?
But, yeah. I'm gonna end the stream here, because this is literally all I wanted to go over for today. If you want to, I highly recommend going to Dicker's stream. I'm gonna link it.
Trying to call me a zoophile.
So go check his stream out. He's gonna continue this probably for like the next 7 hours, and I'm not even joking that. So it's tropical. We can never have a normal content creator. Yeah. No, it's true. Well, I'll see you guys later, and I'm gonna drop a video. Oh, someone's playing. Fuck you. Fuck you too, bro. Bro, what? Who's this clown that's on a random alt account? Random ass motherfucker. Wow, that's cool. You really think that's doing anything? Look, I'm just gonna really quickly watch this. Watch. Put user in timeout, 24 hours. Boop. Oh, look, you're gone, dumbass. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Well, That was a perfect way to end off this stream. Bet they were a Guamgo fan. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. So go check out Dicker's stream, and I will see you all later. And make sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.